Hello and welcome. In this video I will introduce you to the CSS font property. The CSS font property defines the font family, the boldness, the size and the style of a text. If you want to set the type of font that an element uses, you need to do that using the font family property. I've got my CSS here and I am going to add a font family for this paragraph here in blue, which is controlled by this class here called para. So all I need to do is type in font family property and I'll define each of the fonts I want to use. It's always good to use more than one font, just in case the computer that is viewing the page doesn't have that font, then it will default to the next available font. But always start with the font that you want to use first, followed by the other one. You give substitutes. So here I have listed 3 types of fonts. So what will happen is the first choice will be Arial. If the computer viewing the web page has not got Arial, it will default to the next one, which is Helvetica. If it hasn't got Helvetica, it goes to the next available one, which is Time. So always good when you're defining your font family, the values, make sure you have more than one value specified. If you've got some text that you want to make italic, the property you need to use to do that is the font style property. I have already illustrated this so far in this course. If you look at this text here, it's all in italics, and I set the property here using the font style property, and the value is italic. Okay, so this makes it italic. If you want to change the size of a text, you do that using the font size property. I've already illustrated that in a previous video on the course. So if we look at line 12 here of my CSS, I've used the font size property on the H1 element, which is this element here, which controls this heading. So I set the font size to 65 pixels, hence we've got this big title. If you want to make your font bold, just like these are bolded out, you use the font weight property that will make the font bold. So if I wanted to make this text here for this paragraph, I wanted to make it bold, all I need to do is come here inside the CSS and I'll just add a font weight property, and then I'll give it a value. With the font weight you can set different values. These are degrees of boldness, that being the lightest and 700 being the lowest. So you can do all that, or you can just use bold. You can use normal, means it will give it a normal boldness, but there are different weight in boldness which you can specify using these values. So if you want to experiment, just try the different values and you can see how bold it is. I'm going to just leave it to this value, which is bold. You can see it's made that bold. So if you want to make text pronounced, or if you want to make it quite visible, make it bold, use the font weight property. In this video, I introduced you to the CSS font family, which includes the font style, the font size, and also the font weight. Thanks for watching and bye for now.